Subscribe to Feminism in India for your dose of intersectional feminist content, and make sure to hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates.
Not man enough to be contemplated by your friends, or fit into the picture-perfect weddings that you have planned all along. I am man enough to love you deeply, and yet queer enough to not be your man. The queerness of my disabled body makes me complete. It makes me human. It makes me unique. It makes me love who I am. And truth to be told, I would rather be myself than just be your man.
This is a bonus shot of me and my cat because she wanted to be in the video. So for me, frankly, I think most of the self-doubt comes from within. There's a lot of internalized ableism that women with disabilities feel.
It's high time that we understand that disabled is not a bad word, and that our partners are not our caretakers.
While going on dates as a person with a disability in the modern world has been exclusionary, and there are lots of awkward questions involved, like what happened to you, why do you walk with a crutch, and mostly that used to be the first question my date would ask me. And but over time I learned how to say no. No, I don't owe you an explanation for my disability.
Once I got out of my head a little bit and began exploring dating and romance and relationships, I've had a surprisingly pleasant experience most of the time. Most men haven't really minded the fact that I have a disability. A lot of them have been able to have open conversations with me about it.
Person with disability are accessible, but that is not always the case. We are very much sexual beings, and this is the major myth.
I often believe that people with disabilities are not meant to fall in love or be in relationships or date just like any other non-disabled individual would.
Historically, disabled women have been excluded from institutions such as marriage, motherhood, caregiving, femininity, and we have been deemed to be unfit.
It's just like any other aspect of a person's life, according to me. For example, on day one that you meet a person, you wouldn't ask them every single question about their family or about their history or about their career. I would say you tread questions about disability the same way.
We are disabled as their partners. That does not mean that we are obliged to do anything that they want. That does not make them the superior person in the relationship.
One of the nicest dates I have been on was with myself. I was 14 and I went to the movie hall. It was a very exhilarating experience. I was very excited. I had gone on my own, as a disabled woman, and it was a really anxious experience too. I remember one instance where my fingers were shaking with anxiety.
My negative did happen recently when I was out with my boyfriend in a bar and we had a night time together. Yeah, this was my first date, but yes, it was the nicest date ever.
Me and my partner had gone to Wayanad, and we were staying in a sort of estate. And our host sort of organized this candlelight dinner on his terrace one night, and it was completely quiet, and we were just surrounded by nature, and we were eating this yummy, fish and typical Kerala meal. And I think that was one of those nights that I'll always remember. I think you need to be really cognizant about things like accessibility, about things like inclusion, not just have them as buzzwords, but have them be very serious about those concepts.
That just because they are dating someone with a disability does not make them any more honorable or any inferior than any other individual.
Your life will the fullest and always be happy. Never take your disability as a disadvantage, but a challenge.
I think as disabled women, we need to take up more space, we need to take up more agency, and we need to go out.